Hey guys, this afternoon on this, miserable, dreary evening, I'm going to tackle a project that has been, on my mind, bugging me a little bit here for a little while. I have, what we got here is a tale of two coffee pots. They both are fully functional. There's nothing really wrong with either one. But, this one I like a whole lot better than this one. And it's not because of design, really. It's just because of a difference in temperature. This one runs quite a bit hotter. I don't know how hot. I have not tested it, but that is kind of the point and purpose of today, or this evening. What I want to do is I want to make this thing match the water temperature of that thing. And then I should get, pretty much equal flavoring between both pots, regardless of what brand or type of coffee that I'm using. In case any of you didn't know, these are what is otherwise known as percolators. I think the world pretty much agrees there are two best methods of making coffee. One is a percolator, the other is a French press. Now, that's my opinion, but I'm pretty sure the world agrees with me there. So for you drip pot users, I'm sorry, but you got no idea what you boys are missing. Those things suck. They just they suck. You got one for what, two to 5 years, give or take, and then it just ends up in the trash can in the freaking landfill. So yeah, buy one of these. They last forever and they make far superior coffee. What I'm trying to do here, like I said, I'm going to make this one, I'm going to make the temperature the same. I'm going to try to anyway. I'm not 100% sure how they're working. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make apples to apples comparison. We're going to do a time test. We're going to do a temperature test. And yeah, see how far apart they really are. But I could tell you from, my temperature sensors in my mouth, they are quite far apart. They're probably 30 degrees off. In other words, this one's about 30 degrees colder than that one. I'm guessing, but I think that's going to be pretty close. Anywho, yeah, I'm going to set up here and we're going to get into it. All right, what I'm going to do here, what I am currently doing, like I said, I'm going to do it as perfectly even, as equal as I possibly can. I'm going to very specifically measure 6 cups per pot with a measuring glass, of course. I'm going to get the same temperature water out of my tap. I'm going to let the well pump run 2 times. It already ran one time. I'm waiting for it to come back on the second time, and once it shuts off, there it goes. I don't know if you can hear it. Just kicked in. When it shuts off this time, I will know that I've got cold water run through my entire system now twice. So it's going to be ground temperature, as close to ground temperature as possible. So I'm going to get her 2 cups. Yeah, a little more. Anyway, this is just watching paint dry, so I'm not going to bore you with this. I'm going to get them both equal and get on to the rest of it. Okay, I didn't want to bore you with those basic, rinse and repeat details. So the pots are now equally filled with a measuring cup. And interestingly enough, I put 6 cups in each one. Let's see if you can see in there. Hopefully you can make that out. It's, pretty much 8 cups is what it looks like. Yeah, I can't see it on this baby screen, but hopefully you can make it out. 8 cups there, and this one has an external sight glass. And focusing, which these things don't. One of these days I'm going to get a real camera. Just not today. But yeah, over 8 cups. Well, this one's closer to 8, the number 8, but this one's showing a little over. Whatever, I did it with a measuring cup, so it's, apples to apples here. What we're going to do for temperature measurement is I got a well, practically brand new Fluke 87V and a practically brand new thermocouple here. I've only used this thermocouple for testing, measuring ambient air temperature. So it's as virgin fresh new as, you know, as you could hope to get. It has not been susceptible to, you know, anything nasty. No extremes. Let's put it that way. That's pretty much what I was trying to say there. No extremes. So let's get a reading on ambient. And 56.3. And let's check the other pot here. And I'm sticking it right down into the well. 55.7. So within a degree of each other. So that's well, with less than a degree, it's pretty fucking close enough. You know what I mean? So yeah, yeah, it's right there. Less than half a degree now. Looks like. Depends if I'm touching metal or if I'm floating above it. Whatever. It's right there. It's less than a degree. So all they're going to do now is warm up probably equally at according to you know, my ambient condition in here, which is I think 60 something. 68 degrees according to my indoor thermometer. What we're going to do, I'm going to actually put the lids on them, plug them in. I'm going to monitor the current draw with my kilowatt meter here. I think you can see that guy. We're going to check current draw for both of them, and so that I can start and stop them evenly, you know, at the same time, just because I want to do a time comparison as well. I'll just be able to boom on, boom off. Simple as that. I'll plug them both into here. I can start them and stop them at the same time, you know. But I want to see which one finishes off first, and that's what I'm going to do with the tablet here. That's a big old fucking timer, or at least it will be once I set it up. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. Ready to rock and roll. I just got to plug all this stuff together, plug it all in, and I guess I'm going to monitor this one first because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I just got a feeling this one's going to finish before this one does. They're real close. I mean, 6 cups in either one. It's hard for me to say that one is faster than the other, but I know this one's hotter than this one. All right, I think I'm pretty much ready to rock and roll here. I got the got that guy reading water temp out of this pot. I was gonna do this one, but well, it just doesn't fit as nicely. I want to see these lights when they light up. I got my kilowatt meter back here. It's going to tell me how much amperage this stuff draws. I got my timer set up. So what I'm going to do is set you down real quick like that. Turn them on and press play. Okay. Ooh, and we are right at the limit of my everything. So that light comes on. This one doesn't until it's finished. We are drawing there. Let's see if you can see this. We're drawing some power. Damn near 15 amps. It's just shy of it. This switch is only good for 15 amps. So I guess we're gonna put that to the test, huh? Temperature is changing quickly. Yeah, percolators make a little bit of noise, but all right, I'm going to set you down and wait for the paint to dry. Hey, check that out. 175 degrees. A little after 7 minutes. 176 now. This one ain't done yet. That one's shutting down. My amperage dropped. Now we're looking at 7.14 amps. Current draw now. Amperage. Yeah. It's interesting. It's hot, but she ain't done yet. I'm gonna wait till this one comes on, then I'll grab the thermocouple quick and I'll just plop her in the other pot, get a quick temperature read on that guy. We're 176.6.7 degrees, 176.7.8. Yeah, leveling off right there at 176 and a half. Call it, round it off at a half. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I know this one doesn't burn my mouth. This one, it'll take the skin right the fuck off. It's brutal if you're not careful. Huh, that's interesting. 8 minutes. These do about a cup per minute. So that one was a little faster. Honestly, much to my surprise, but I shouldn't be surprised. There we go. Just clicked on. See the light? Took a minute and a half longer. All right, let's see what that temperature is. I'm gonna move you over a little bit like that. Get you down in there. Wow, that's not what I was. That's not. Yeah, I was expecting a little more difference. What is that? 15 degrees? I didn't write it down. I should have wrote it down. I have a pen and paper sitting right there, and I didn't write it fuck down. Yeah, 180. Yeah, one. Left-handed. 181.5. And 173.174. On. Shit, that is not a lot of. Wow. That is not much at all. 174.2. That is a whole lot closer than I thought it would be. All right, what we got here, this pot is 182 after it sat for 4 minutes. You know, after it reached operating temperature, which was 181 and a half, it settled off at 182. I'm rounding it off because it's close enough. The other pot, that guy over there, ran up to 174 and then idled off, settled down. You're seeing what I'm seeing. 173. Pretty much on the number there. Man, that is surprisingly close. Well, I'm telling you, there's a radical difference when I make my coffee. Now, I don't. Oh yeah, I probably ought to show this, just because I was curious. Sitting here idling both of them. They're not even drawing 1 amp. That's pretty cool. So now you know. Anywho, I don't know if it makes any difference or not. I'll show you this one real quick because it's easier to remove the lid. I don't have the guts in there. There's more attachment. There's more things that go into this pot when you're actually going to make some coffee. I don't know. Most people probably know, but I'm sure some don't. These can also just warm up water, which is literally what they just did. You don't have to make coffee with them. You just warm up water if you want to make tea, or if you need some hot water for, I don't know, like instant coffee. You know, there you go. It's just a hot water pot. It just makes hot water. That's all it does. Without the guts in it, that's all you're going to get is hot water. Anywho, I don't think that's going to make any difference at all. Maybe it warms up a little faster or slower. I don't know, but whatever. Those are the numbers, and I am very surprised. Now I got to dump this out. I want to see if I can crank the temperature up on that guy. A whole whopping 10 degrees. Holy crap. I can't believe it's only 10 degrees. I thought it was... Man, I was sure that it was so much greater difference than that. Yeah, well, hey, the thermometer doesn't lie, so I guess my internal mouth sensors are off calibration. Whatever. Yeah, I'm going to put you back on a tripod. I'm going to empty the water out here, and we're going to take that apart and see if we can't crank up the temp. Yeah, 10 degrees or so. All right, let's do that. All right, I got this emptied out and sitting upside down on some towels. I figured I'd save you some boredom, and I already pulled the screws out, so yeah, I think it. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, I think only a couple of screws that hold this. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. And silicone. Silicone. Let me grab you a light. I don't know if you're getting glare or if you can actually see this. Yeah, there's not a lot to it. Here's the heating coil that just heats right from the dead center. There's a thermocouple, for fuck's sake. There is a bimetal switch right there. Yeah. That's going to be the cook temp switch. And there's another one over here. Hopefully you can see it right there. That's another bimetal switch. That's going to be for the keep warm. Yeah, that's going to maintain the temperature in the pot once the thing's already cooked. And this one is going to be what tells the heating element here, hey, we're up to temp, shut off. Huh, interesting. Oh, hey, come on, stop fucking with me here. That wasn't making good contact. I mean, as soon as I bent it, it kind of like leveled out, and now it was a whole lot more centered. Now she's the sensor moved. Interesting. I wonder if. Yeah, well, I wonder if. I wouldn't think so, because I got a low temperature problem, not a high temperature problem. Better contact would probably not help me at all. What I want to do is, I'm thinking, I'm still thinking, yeah, maybe I can put a piece of aluminum foil in between the two. That'll give it just, the thickness of a sheet of aluminum foil worth of distance. Hopefully it takes a little longer till it finally gets up to temp. And then I'd have to do the same thing to this one, because we got to jack her up 10 degrees. I don't know if that would do it, but yeah, you know what? I'm going to try that. It's my first thought. So let's. Yeah, your first thought's always the right one. Something like that. Don't second guess. Well, I'm always second guessing myself, but yeah. Let's see if that makes any difference. I'm going to cut a little piece of aluminum foil, stick her under there. That'll create a little bit of a gap, and yeah. Let's see what that does. I don't know. It probably won't fix it, but let's just see what that does. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do that, show you once it's done, and then we're going to reset and retest. What I've decided to do here, real quick, because this sensor was so far out here on the, well, it was not centered. It's not a sensor. God damn it, it's a bimetal switch. I'm going to, man, I wish I had a shit one that I could take apart and show you. It's just a multi-composite piece of metal that acts like a spring. It reaches a certain temperature and just goes boing like a spring. And then once it cools down, it goes boing in the other direction. It works like a switch, but it's temperature sensitive. I'll hit the old interweb and see what I can find. Maybe I can get you an internal diagram or something like that and put it here. I'll put it somewhere. All of these switches, they all do the same thing. They look like this electrically, and then mechanically they just open and close. Off and on. Open and close. There's nothing more to them than that. Anywho, what I decided to do on this guy, I'm just going to give her a little tweak here and try to get this sensor closer to the center. Because, well, like I said, she was sitting here on the outer edge, you know, very close to that heating element, and it might not be getting an accurate reading. So yeah, but I did, you know, I cut a piece of aluminum foil. It's actually a little bit longer. It's twice that length, and then I folded it in half, and I'm still going to wedge it under there because, well, just because. So, yeah. I want to move this back. Boy, it's tough stuff. There is a... Yeah. There is a screw there. I think I'm going to loosen that, and I'll just do her a little nicer. Oh, man. This is my broken arm, too. Still not enough tension. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with that detail. I'm going to get that centered. I'll show you once I got her there. And yeah, we'll go from that point forward. I think I got her pretty okay, well enough. Let's see if I can get you in here a little closer. Man, I got too many cables and wires hooked up to this thing. Anywho, let there be light. Jesus, light. Yeah, looking straight down on it. That's real close to centered. Whole lot better than it was. And I have, I'm sure you can see it. There's that folded in half piece of aluminum foil under it, and the same with this one over here. Same deal, same story. I got the foil under there, so. All right, I'm going to set the bottom back on it because, yeah, time to put some water in it, see if it made any difference at all, and go from there. All right, we're back to it. I only put, well, that's where when I make coffee in this thing, that's where I put the water line, just a little bit above 6. So this is going to be a normal pot of coffee for me, and that's down on the floor of the thing. We're reading 64.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to time this. I just want to see what the temperature is going to be. So turn it on, and yeah, watch the paint dry. I just thought because this is climbing so quickly, we'll see what happens here real time. $174 is the number we shut off at before. That's when the blue light turns off, and then it settled at 70 or 173. Hey, we beat it. We're past it. 176. Oh baby. 77. Come on. Yeah, watch. Now it probably won't shut the fuck off. I probably went too far. Oh man, I went too far. There it goes. There it goes. The light just came on. 183. Boys and girls, I'm not making this shit up. Check this out. The Presto pot, the one on the top. Well, it shut. Yeah, now this one's the hot pot. It shut off at 181 and a half, and then it settled at 182. The top numbers here. This thing is much hotter now. Let's see what it. Shit, that was easy. All right, let's see what it settles off at. I don't know if that's too hot or not. Yeah, I just don't know. Well, this is so close to. Man, it is surprisingly close. I would love to say that, hey, I'm just that good, but we all know it's bullshit. I just done got lucky. 182 on the pot that I'm trying to match is the idle temperature. 182 on that pot. This pot's sitting here leveled off 182.1, 182 exact, 181.9, 188.8. I probably bumped that. It's right there. The peak. What did we have for max? Oh, I never did a min max. I should have done that. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to reset. I'm gonna put the rest of the guts inside of this thing, and do it like you would actually make a pot of coffee. Just to see if it makes any difference whatsoever. I don't think that it will. I mean, maybe. But, you know, ain't nothing to it but to do it. So I'm going to set up here and, yeah, put the whole thing together. I'm not going to actually make coffee. I'm just going to boil on one more pot of water, just like this, just to confirm that it's doing what I've watched it do. Back it up, you know, with the numbers, and yeah, if it does it again, then I'm gonna call it pretty freaking done. Well, shit, that's no freaking good at all. Stop climbing, stop chirping. That's colder than what it was before. Let's make sure that I'm in there. I'm on the bottom. I'm on the floor. That makes me awfully curious now. I didn't think that it would make a difference at all, but clearly something is different. I'm going to try the other pot, fill it up to where I normally do, and do one more run on that with all the guts, the internals, you know, in there. Just so I know if there's, you know, if it's a common theme between the two pots, if this is what happens when the thing is complete, or if you know, if what I've done here actually made it worse. Well, it certainly didn't the first time, but max was 170 according to this. Minimum was, well, I only turned the meter back on at 142, so that's going to be the minimum. My average is 163.8, so yeah, that is shot. Sounds like it's real close, but I think it's going to hit the same temperature. 182 according to, and I'm on the floor. 181. It perks faster and faster and faster right when it's right when it's about to shut off. 182. Can you hear that? .84, 85. Damn, things getting faster now, or hotter now. Yeah, I'm toasty. It didn't get that hot before. Yeah, putting the guts in, that does make a difference. This one's running a lot hotter. That's the difference that I was talking about. Now I'm seeing something. Okay, I'm glad I did that. Yeah, I mean, we got steam, so clearly we're above boiling. Well, thing just shut off, so I'm gonna min-max it right there. It's climbing. We're looking at 197. Climbing. I'm gonna wait until that till everything levels off. That beeping annoys the shit out of me. I don't know how to turn it off, honest to God. So yeah. Okay, that has leveled off, and man, I mean, I expected a little something, but I didn't know what to expect. I mean, this is why we test. This is why we prove. So, yeah, it's level one. It has leveled off. Anywho, where we are, we're at 193 idle on this pot, with the guts included. We shut off the main burner, the main heating element, shut off at 198.2. It never got hotter than that, but whatever. It's going to level off and maintain at 193. I've watched it cycle a couple of times. I'm tired of hearing this beep, so I'm just going to shut that off so I can talk. The Hamilton Beach, the one that I'm trying to get up to these temps, yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That's what my mouth thermometer is telling me. That's a good 30 degrees worth of difference. We're damn close to it, right? That's what I said. I was thinking I was feeling a good 30 degrees worth of difference, and yeah, again, numbers don't lie. But man, so the guts make, well, yeah, all that difference, a world of difference right there. Because if you just wanted to heat a pot of water, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to do 180 on this guy with no internal, no guts. And you're going to do 170-ish, you know, mid 70s, 170s on the other pot. They're surprisingly close. So, yeah. But once you put the guts in them, oh, it becomes quite a different story. So, just got this guy percolating. Again, we're looking at 75 degrees and climbing. I stuck with the same method. Well, all the guts are in there, but I'm using the little tin foil spacers. But I folded them in half twice, so they got skinnier but thicker. They got less wide, but taller, if that makes any sense. So there's a greater air gap. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna try this. I mean, it's my way of thinking. You know, it should make a difference. I don't think it's gonna make all the difference in the world, but it should be somewhat different. And as long as I keep making a state change, hey, I'm moving in a direction, either getting better, getting worse. But you know, I need the data to tell me which idea to try next. So yeah, I'll let you know when, well, when this is done percolating. 162 and climbing. We're coming up on it. So I kind of thought might as well do the min-max thing, and we can all witness together. It previously shut off at 170, and it just shut off there. Motherfucker. Okay, that is not helping at all. Fuck. That made no difference. Same shut off temperature. My money, because it is, I mean, it's just creeping higher. It's not, it already shut off. The green light's on. So there's that. My money is, yeah, it's a lower temperature switch, and I don't know if I can fake that. My thinking is pretty dirt simple. Create a gap, you know, get the rather than having, you know, the switch physically touching the hot surface to measure it, start creating a little bit of a gap so that radiant heat, it takes longer for it to get there, and once you hit that perfect sweet spot, that distance, you know, this thing could be 200 degrees, but because of the air gap, there's actual insulation in that air. Yeah, it's going to take more heat internally from the metal to transfer through that air gap to actually, you know, make the switch do what it does. That is my thinking, my thoughts. But yeah, I made the same modification to both items here. Unless I still have too much contact patch. I mean, I really folded that thing. I folded it twice. So, I mean, the strip itself is, you know, it was a big square, like yay. Now it's, you know, it's, well, it's pretty skinny mini. Again, numbers don't lie. Okay, I just thought real quick here I'd show and tell a little bit. See this? This is what I did to that original piece of tinfoil. I just folded it in on itself a couple of times. I'm going to keep going with that. I'm going to fold it in half. Kind of like yay. And then I'm going to do it one more time. Like yay. And I'm going to create that little dot. Let's see. Squish it down. I'll use the flat section in here. Yeah, if I can. Squish. Pancake. All right, that is what I'm going to reinsert and see if that makes any difference at all. It's a whole lot thicker, so it's going to have a whole lot less contact patch. Okay, just real quick here. I think I can show you. There is a physical gap. Let's see if I can. Maybe you can see that. Maybe. Or if not, I know these cameras, these little action cams, they don't. Well, they don't have focus ability. Let's see if I get a side shot here. That's probably the only way you're gonna see it. But otherwise, I can zoom. I've created a physical gap. I think you can see how that little switch is no longer contacting the bottom plate. I used that little chiclet that I made, and it is still pretty reasonably centered. Looks like it needs to go a little that away, but close enough. That's going to be the switch that turns off the main burner, and then this guy over here, I'm going to do the same thing to it. Yeah, rinse and repeat. Just thought I'd show you that real quick because, well, I can see it, and yeah, the whole point of this is to show and tell, not just tell about it. So yeah, hopefully that comes out in post, and yeah, get on with it. Motherfucker, it just turned on. Right as I pushed record, that light turned green. We're at 160 something. That is no better at all. That's that is no fucking good. Well, shit. I just thought I'd show you what I'm doing here real quick now, just on this one. Because I got enough light, I guess I can do that. This little chiclet here, that's the only point of contact between there and the switch. and it's pretty damn well smushed down. I'm going to replace it with this. Well, that. I'm going to replace it with that. Something like a. And alright, that was no damn fun. Let's see if I can get you a close-up here. If you look straight down on it, you can just barely see the corner of the paper sticking out there on both sides of, yeah, towards the bottom of your screen. You can just barely see the corners sticking out. Yeah, that's just a simple piece of paper. Well, you saw what it was. Fold in half. Yeah. Now I'm going to rinse and repeat that on that switch down there. And, well, we're going to rinse and repeat here. Fill it up with some water. And like I said, I'm going to try and get this elevated so that we can, well, so that you can see, but, you know, more so that I can actually monitor temperature. Just in case, I mean, it's a tiny piece of paper. If it catches on fire, boom, it's going to disappear, you know, in a heartbeat. It'll make a little smoke and then boom, it's just gone. I mean, it's not going to do no damage to nothing. It's going to make a black spot. Whoop-de-fucking-do. But, yeah. I'd like to stop it before it gets to that point. I don't think it will, but just in case, we're going to find out here. The black is 71.6. The shiny shit, which these things don't work well with, 72.1. Hey, that's close enough for nuclear work. You know what I mean? Yeah, how about I just plug it in like this, and, you know, this is going to give me a good idea of how hot this thing's going to get without water. So, yeah. Okay, how about we try, maybe succeed and probably fail at doing that. I think it's off. Yeah, it's off. Okay. Hey, kid, I don't want you there. You gotta get down, babe. Here, babe. Hop down. There you go. Just saying. No electrocution. Alright, still off, yes. Alright, now it's on. Blue light is on. And we can watch it. Whoa! She's climbing fast. 200. 300. Oh, hey, we're getting there. Whew! Toasty. 400, 500. 600. Wow. Okay, I don't like that. I don't want to go. No. I want water in there. Yeah, this thing stops somewhere around 800, I think it is. That's yes. Come on now. Get down. Carmen, get down. Down. Okay. We've exceeded the threshold on that paper. Huh. I don't think that would have happened if there was water in here, but here. We got way the fuck up there. You see the little wisp of smoke? Well, the paper's black now. I don't know if you can see it or not. Maybe. Kinda. Yeah, you can probably see that corner there. She got good and toasty. That's fine. I mean, that one's easy to replace. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace it. And, yeah, try this one more time with, well, cooling liquid, aka fucking water. See what it does then. God damn it. I was hoping we could get a little closer than that, but alright, whatever. It is what it is. I gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah, well. Here. That's what I pulled out. Remove the sensor here. Okay, I think I got something figured out here. With a ladder, a couple pieces of angle iron to support the pot, and a good old flashlight. And yeah, something like that. Turn the lights out in this kitchen then, and we can, well, we can focus from the bottom side up. It gets me far enough off the ground that you can see, I can see. We can all do what we want to and need to do here. And before you ask me in the comment section, yes, my wife loves me. She adores me. She knows the goofy shit that I do. And yeah, this is all part of it. So, all right, I gotta add water, plug it in, and keep the kids away. That one in particular. And yeah, light this guy up and, well, make some smoke or boil some water or something. All right, I grabbed my other camera here real quick. Just thought I'd show you the setup. Got the coffee pot all ready to rock and roll. Camera underneath. Bright light. Something like that so you can see. Something like this so I can see. And we're going to check temperature while doing all this stuff. And I can check this temperature, watch it all happen in real time. And yeah, just going to plug it in and press play. But yeah, this is this is finite tuning. Okay, gonna plug it in. Now, it's in. And I can hear it sizzling. Ooh, there's the dot. That's what I was looking for. Backwards. What the fuck? $351. 301. 347. Yeah, water's making a hell of a difference. Because she's percolating now. And, well, hell, that paper burned up in this amount of time. Well, with that last futile run. But hey, I had to do it, you know. I was just too fucking curious. Yeah. We might get her this time. Maybe. I mean, I'm looking at 85 degrees and climbing. 86. No fires yet. It's the bottom of the pot. Oh, shit. I'm sorry about that. I was afraid it was going to burn up without any, without a thermal load. That's what the water is doing. It's creating a thermal load. Well, it's also dissipating heat, but it's a thermal load that's causing it to dissipate that heat. $160. Now this thing shitted out at, well, like 174 last time. I don't have my cheat sheet in front of me, my paper, but we're just about there. Is it going? Yeah, I think it's going. Yeah, just turned 194. Well, I turned it on when it was 191. Green light is on. Ooh, it's hard to see with that. Whatever. It's green. Trust me. Well, it's not percolating anymore. 195. Water temp. Fuck yeah. Oh man. One piece of paper. Regular, good heavy duty printer paper. But one little strip of that folded in half. That damn near got us. That damn near got us there. This is real close now to the temperature of the other pot, the Presto percolator pot. Man, look at that. All right, I'm going to literally not move, not change anything. I'm just not going to waste your time. I want to let this run for a good 5 or 10 or, yeah, maybe even 15. I want to see exactly where this levels off. We're at 194 and falling. I want to see where it falls. I want to see what that other temperature switch is going to do. I mean, we got there. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, our peak temperature, yeah, it's good enough. I want to see where this guy levels off, and we'll yeah, come back for a show and tell after that. Okay, it has been, well, has been a few minutes here. We're hitting. We leveled off. 190. It's 190. Close enough for me. Because what we started with here. This one was a control. No guts. Just a pot full of water. This is when I had all the stuff inside. Yeah, we were looking at 198 shut off for the Presto. 193 idle. Yeah, ballparkish. I mean, it's not that's the numbers that I got, but I'm more than sure you need a hot brew to get it there, but you don't want to keep it that hot. Just for, hey, waiting on the second cup, the third cup, whatever it might take, and it might take most people. Hey, it takes me an hour to drink like 3 cups. I go through a beer, in seconds, but I take my time on coffee. I don't know why. It just is what it is. Anywho, here are the numbers. We got to whatever 172 there on the shut off the last time around. This time we were up there 190. I don't remember, but I got it on camera. I don't remember the exact number, but it was 190 and change. It was so close to what the Presto was doing. Now it's starting to level off. 188 is coming down. It's the thing shut off. It's just trying to maintain the temperature right now. But here, take a look at the. Ooh, this is hard to see. Well, take a look at that. Nice and cool. The paper's still nice and white. Nothing wrong with that. But the bottom of the pot. Man, there we go. There we go. I think you guys can see that. That can't be a proper reading. No fucking way. Well, you got a better vantage point than I do. There we go. Something like that. Yeah, it's looking like the 180 that I'm getting for water temp. I mean, it depends on what I'm hitting, but it's real close. You know what I mean? It is right there, and yeah, the thing's wanting to hold, ballparkish. This 180 range, high 180s. But yeah, that's. Oh, all right. Now, I don't want to get too excited. I want to put the bottom back together. Get rid of this goofy setup that I have going on and test it one more time. But yeah, we can go back to a table over there, back where I had you, and everybody can see what they need to see there. But yeah, so far so good. And it didn't seem like, it was even a threat, let alone, a warning of lighting any of that paper on fire. And I wouldn't expect it to, because, well, yeah. Now we got a big heat sink in there. It's water. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stop recording here. We're gonna move back to the table, put this back together, and do this one more time. Yeah, one more time. All right, I just got it back together. I just set the bottom back on it. Completely empata inside. I got some shit here. I don't need that plate. Yeah. I figured I'm just gonna do this live real quick. Make a mess because, well, I'm good at it. Where we at? Need another one. I am just dying to see if I can duplicate what we just did. Hey, a little over 6. Good enough, close enough. Okay, put all the pieces together here. Real quick now, advanced. Lock it up. Plug it in. Something like yay. And something like yay. Okay, blue light is on. Kitty's curious. Everything's rocking and rolling. Oh, I gotta get the meter going. Can we see? Maybe, kinda. Something like a. Yeah, glare. Where's that glare coming from? Something like that. Whew. Yeah, that was a glare. All right. Yeah, I'll speed up some of this, but I want to watch it happen. You know what I mean? You can watch what I'm watching, and yeah, kind of go from there. Shit. Ah, shit. No good. No fucking good. All right. What I do know is that's going to be enough for today. Yeah. Motherfucker. Why so difficult? Okay, we're here the next day, and I did a bit of work to this thing off camera. There's no point in showing you all my different ways to fail, but all you need to see and all I needed to achieve was one final way to succeed, and I do believe I got there. Show you quick what I did and how I did, and move on. From that point, we're going to do one final test, one final retest, that is, and go from there. Wrap this up. I made coffee with it this morning. Yeah, I'll show you at the end of the video what I thought of that. Yeah. Let's see if you can see. grab me a flashlight, Hal. The sensor. Because this thing doesn't focus, I don't want to move the camera. I'll just zoom in and post. The one sensor was here, the main sensor for the hey, it says your coffee is done. And then the keep warm sensor is down here. The main sensor was right up here. You remember that? I showed you that. What I ultimately ended up doing here was I moved them both. I moved the main sensor where the keep warm sensor was, and then I slid the keep warm sensor forward closer to the outer edge here of the pot. It's two sensors just literally tucked in there under the same mount. They ain't going nowhere. And I had to get a little creative to get the final temperature that I was really looking for. I still had to shim them up, and rather than using paper, I decided, let's try some washers. I have a lock washer under this one, and I have a regular flat washer under the original sensor right there. It gave me what I was looking for, and I tried all kinds of combinations of spacers, and man, there was just nothing doing up here. The best I got out of it was like 177, and it just, man, just no. Just no. I did look up the switch. I flipped it over. The part number, the part number, whatever, is on the face of that switch, and that's what it looks like. KSD 301-G. So it's a 180 degree switch. Well, it ain't tripping at 180. So there's that. It was consistent 170-ish. 170-ish. Sometimes it would trip a little less than that, but yeah. All right. Yeah, that's what I had to do. I had to get a little more inventive than I originally thought I was going to have to. I thought this was going to go a little easier. I mean, I knew what the hell was inside of these things. I figured I'm just going to add a spacer and, tweak it by, tweak the temperature by space. Yeah, kind of, but then, well, it didn't exactly go to plan. But what we're trying to match here is the Presto. That guy got up to 180, 82, yeah, 181, 182 internal temperature, water temperature. Yeah, I got that, and then some. If I want to lessen the temperature, I can remove those shims, literally the washers that I placed under there. But I think I'm liking the temperature right where it is, and it's maintaining. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set this guy back together once real quick now, and we're gonna put some water in there and do one more test here, confirmation. And you get to see what I see, and yeah, and we'll do one final wrap up here, and that'll be the end of her. I want to make a correction here once real quick. I got this shit out of order. I said the thing we were trying to match was the Presto, and that is correct, but not this 180 degree shit. That's when I just had nothing but water in. When you put the guts in, the story changes. We want to be 198, 193, something like that. We want to be in the 190s. That's the number that I'm actually trying to match, and I'm pretty sure I got it. So yeah, I'm gonna put some water in here and go get on with it, but I just wanted to make a correction there. All right, I just plugged her in. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's difference between daylight and nighttime. Well, cameras don't know what to do with this light. Yeah, so we're currently looking at 95 degrees. I push it in until it touches the bottom and then just pull it up ever so slightly. So we're just reading water temp. It's not against the metal. So yeah, I'm not gonna make you watch all this. I will. I'm gonna once we get up to temp, once we start getting close, I'll set my meter to do a min max, and then I'll just show you the temperatures when we're done. I'm pretty sure though, this thing has been consistent for me every time I've done it off camera, so I expect it to work for me this time as well. Yeah, famous last words and all that. But all right, I'll show you. I'll show you the final numbers here when I get them. Okay. Pretty happy with the results here. What we were trying to match was the Presto here with the all the internals. Looking for a 198 shutoff and a 193 idle. I don't know if you can see on this camera or not. I don't know if it's showing. I can't see it. Anyway, 193.2. I hope you can see that. Does that make it? Oh man. Here. Now I can kind of see it. Yeah, 193. And it's idling right now. The maximum temperature that I reached was 197. And what I'm trying to match is this 198. I mean, ain't gonna get no closer than that. The minimum, I pushed the min max button as soon as that green light came on. I mean, I just sat here and waited for it. Yeah, I just dropped my battery. So the minimum that it recorded was 186, but I saw 189 when I hit it. But hey, numbers don't lie. So it shut off at 186, 189, something like that, and it creeped up to, well, you saw it, 197.9. So yeah, I think we got her, boys. So yeah, that's going to be about the end of that, I think. Hey, if you got one of these and you're having the same problem that I had, well, and now you know what to do. Easy enough to make it hotter, but took a lot of well, a lot more effort than I thought it was going to. So you know what you're in store for, and there you go. But hey, if any of you guys use percolators, let me know. I'm just kind of curious. I don't know if it's a popular thing. I know these drip pots, everybody's got those freaking things, and man, they're just shit. They make shit tasting coffee, and they don't last 2 to 5 years if you're lucky. If you got one that lasts 5 years, man, you're doing good. Those things just make a pit stop at your door on the way to the freaking landfill. But I mean, these are so basic, so simple. They last, usually they last forever. But and two, I mean, hey, they just make better coffee. But yeah, let me know if you guys use one of these, or let me know what kind of coffee pot you guys use. I'm just kind of curious. Anywho, yeah, I'm gonna finish off with where I started this morning with a cup of coffee. Hey, kid. Yes, Carmen. Yes, Carmen. Okay. Stop. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be OSHA approved, but it's me approved. It's good enough. I'm not going to use this thing as a drumstick. I'm not going to be beating the hell out of it. So, the wedges, the washers, I should say, the spacers that I've inserted there, they're under good tension. They're not going anywhere. Nothing electrical, to worry about. Worst case scenario, one of those washers comes loose and shorts something out, and well, that's what breakers are for. You'll just trip a breaker. Whoop-de-doo. Ain't nothing to worry about there. So all right, I'm going to finish off here with where I began this morning, and yeah, thanks for hanging out.